Hello all, welcome to the Onshape tutorial on 3D modeling. In this tutorial we are going to model an L-clamp. It's a very simple modeling exercise. Those who are not familiar with or those who have interest in learning Onshape modeling, so these are quite simple examples they can start. Okay, so the L-clamps, the simple support equipments or components which we can use to support something like a cantilever beam. Okay, so it's you can see the already designed model here. A drawing which I created, you can see for just viewing the dimension. So these are the dimensions of this particular component. We can see there is 2 holes. Okay, so at both ends. Okay, so the way we are going to design is by using the extrude feature. Okay, extrude features are the most familiar feature for any CAD software. Okay, so we will start now. First, we will start a part studio. We will create a part studio. So I am going to make a drawing on the sketch on the front plane, and after making this 2D sketch I will go for the extrude. Okay, so I'm going to make the drawing on the front plane. To select the front plane, you can go to this toolbar. Okay, so this is the toolbar, the feature toolbar. You can see where in the top end you can see the sketch. Click on the sketch and a small window will be opened where you can select a plane to sketch. Okay, so click on there, or you can simply come to click on the plane where you are going to make a 2D sketch. Okay, so here we have our front plane. We are choosing to do the 2D sketch. Click on that, right? Then when it is selected, you can see this check, green check, is active, and a plane will be a sketch 1, like that a plane will be there. Okay, so it is selected. So to making 2D draft easier, you can make that plane to normal to your viewpoints. Okay, so for that what we are going to do is right click and just simply view normal to the sketch plane. So now you can see this is the computer monitor itself is a plane where we are going to make the drawing. Okay, so we will start and we have the dimensions here. So okay, so to make a little more simple, there is another way we can bring any pictorial representation so that we don't want to frequently switch between the windows. Okay, we can import that particular file. Okay, pictorial. For that you can again go to, this is a sketch toolbar. Okay, so that is different from the feature toolbar. So you can come here, you can see there is a DXF, okay, menu. Click on that, insert an image will be there. Okay, so you can see a new window is there. Then bottom you can click on the import. Okay, import button. Okay, so or you can import from any location in your computer. I just made a file like L-clamp temp. Okay, so open that, it will come here. Okay, so it will be imported to your cloud data. So after importing, you can simply click on that and drag it to the location. Okay, so you can double click it, then make it here. Okay, so that you can view things. So what is advantage of that? There is no need to switch between. If this, for this particular examples, we have a very few dimensions, but if you go for complex drawings, so you have lot of dimensions you have to take. Okay, So it is very difficult to switch between windows or to look on a separate paper. So chances of errors will be more. So you can, what you can do, you can eliminate those things. You can simply make it as a JPEG and you can import it to your plane where you are drawing the sketch. So that is it. Now we know the dimension, so we will start to make the L clamp. Okay, so we know that it's 100, 101, 101, right? So I'll just go there. I'll make a sketch from here. Okay, so I'll just move here. Okay, move here, and I move here, I move here, I move here, I move here. All right, then click there. Okay, finally finish it. All right, so the L shape is almost finished now. Now we can directly go for the dimensioning. Okay, so you know the thickness is 10 mm, so or you can make the dimension. Okay, so click there, the dimension, then make it as 10 mm, right? And this also you can click, make it as 10. Okay, so now that is over. Now we need this. So that will be how much it is. We know that this is 101, right? So we done it's 101, like that. This is also 101. Okay, 101. Okay, that's it. All right. So now almost our sketch is finished, but there's a few more thing that is like a round is here. Okay, so that we can do here. Okay, so to make that fillets, we can go to the toolbar, the sketch toolbar. There is an option called sketch fillet. Okay, so click on that menu. You can select where you wish to do the filleting. Okay, so automatically it will take the direction of the fillet. It is R5, automatically it come. If you wish to change, you can do it like this. Okay, that's it. 5. Okay, so we made it as 5. All right, now again we need a fillet here. Okay, this. So what is that? That is 15. Okay, so we need it as 15. Okay, so now we finish almost our sketch. Then after finishing the sketch, all right, you can make this tick. Okay, this green tick. Okay, so that will be finished. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we want to make an extrude. We know that is the width is 25. Okay, so we will make an extrude. Click on the extrude function from the feature toolbar. Click there. You can see there are a lot of options like solid is there, surface is there, new, add, remove, intersects. Okay, so solid is a new component. Sometimes we want to extrude some curves to get some surfaces. Okay, so for that you can use the surface. Okay, so new is it will be add as a new component. Add means it will be added to the existing component. You can extrude from an existing component. Okay, so it will be added and to be treated as a single part. Okay, so if you click on add new component will be created like that. If you want to remove some material, okay, so that you can use. Okay, so we will get familiar by doing different models. You can get familiar with all these things. Okay, so first we select the solid, new, then click on the profile. You can click here or you can go to the sketch. Okay, so go to the sketch or click here. Okay, so and what is the depth of the extrusion? You already, it is 25. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just try to make it in the both direction. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do is click symmetry is there. Okay, so it will be placed in between the equally placed between the front plane. Okay, so 12.5 mm that side and 12.5 mm this side. Okay, so by that we are finishing our extrude command. That is finished. Now the basic shape of the L clamp is over. Okay, so the remaining is we need two holes here, and there should be a round face here. Okay, so that round radius we can measure from the dimension. It is at 12.5. Okay, so the half of the width. Okay, so for that what we can do, we can directly go to the filleting option, 3D filleting from the feature menu. Okay, so click on that, then you can go to the edge where you wish to make the fillet. Okay, so click here and you can define the radius. Okay, click this edge also we need. Okay, right, this edge also we need. Okay, and this edge also we need. Okay? And we need a 12.5 as the radius. Okay, so that's finished. Okay, so you can see now it's almost perfect round, and we can finish that fillet. Okay, so now our component is almost 80% is finished. The remaining is two holes. Okay, so the to make the holes, what we want to do is we want to make 2 points here. Okay, so 2 points. The procedure what I am following is, first we will make 2 points, and in that point we can make hole by using this feature, hole feature. Okay, so that is the simplest way to make holes. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do, I will select this plane for sketch first. Okay, so I click there, I just click here, so that I go again, I'll click and right click and make view normal. So it is now normal to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just make a point here. Okay, so I'll just make, you can see if you move to the round surface and slowly move, you can see it is concentric. Okay, so the concentric constraint now come automatically, so no need to click, you can simply move towards that curved end. Okay, so the midpoint is now shown, that is, you can see the constraint, the midpoint constraint is visible now. If you slowly move down, okay, and it moves to the concentric constraint is active now. Okay, so click there, the point is now concentric to this surface. Okay, so you can see in the drawing this is concentric. Okay, concentric to this surface, and the diameter is 7.5, and the next point is 20 mm away from the first point. For that, again, how can we do that? You can make a point, select a point, then just move there. Okay, move towards that point. Okay, so now the point, you can see it is yellow color, you can slowly move downwards. Okay, a dotted line comes, that means it is in line with vertical and in line with that point, vertically in line with that point. Okay, so you can select wherever you require, you simply click there. Okay, it is there, and you can see the top point is fully constrained, it is black in color, but the bottom point is not yet fully constrained. Okay, it has few constraints. Okay, if you click on the show constraint, you can see the first one is concentric, second is vertical. Okay, so vertical constraint is also there. Okay, vertical to this. Okay, so that is there. So we want to make it fully constrained, click on the dimension. All right, click this point and click this point, and we know that that is 20 mm. Okay, so now it's finished and it's fully constrained. Okay, so the sketching that surface is finished. So the sketch is finished. Okay, you can go to the isometric view, you can see it like this, right? So next, our objective is to make again 2 holes at this area. Okay, so for that, again, I'll go to make a sketch on that plane. Okay, click on the sketch and select this plane. Okay, if you move over, you can see the plane which is yellow color, that is selected. Click there, you can see the face of extrude 1. Okay, you can see that face of extrude 1 is the right now we going to make. Okay, so again right click, view, normal to the sketch plane. It will be like this. The same procedure we are repeating. Click a point, move towards the curve, then move towards like this, and you can see the concentric constraint is active now. Click there. Okay, so that is all fully constrained. It's a black, that means it is fully constrained. Okay, so now again the second point, you can move towards the first point. When it become yellow, slowly move. You can see the dotted line. Okay, so that is horizontal. Okay, click there. And now we move to the dimension. Okay, so click on this point, click on this point. You can see it is 20. Okay, so we finished all the sketches. Okay, so right now we have 4 points. Okay, where we wish to make the hole. Okay, so now it is so easy. You can go to the feature toolbar, click on the hole from there. Okay, hole. The whole window will be, the small window will be formed. You can select, it is a simple hole. Okay, so no need to for a countersink or a counter bore. Okay, if you wish, most of the L clamps, if you see there is a slight countersink is there. Okay, if you wish, you can click the countersink, and then it is, you can make it as a through hole. Okay, so the top is countersunk and through hole. Okay, so to select that, you can select the sketch 2 and sketch 3. Okay, so now it is finished. Okay, all right. And if you want to increase the diameter of the through hole, simply make a bit. You can make it as okay, it's fine. Okay, you can make it as 8, and you can make the countersunk as 12. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, so see, it is finished. All right, you can see a countersink is there, and our holes are there. Okay, so it is this modeling is basically for beginners. It's an introduction to extrusion and an introduction to simple 3D modeling. Okay, hope you are familiar with the extrusion now. You can go ahead with small models now. Okay, so by this we are winding up this session. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.